Welcome back again. So, I have made few builds and I have checked out a lot of videos like what people are doing and what kind of builds they are using. I've never seen people using this build and I've never seen people using this particular chassis in this way. So, I've seen one of the trailers from the game developers, and in the trailer, there was a video. It was not making of Templar, it was they were using a certain Templar which was hollow in between inside, and that template was used in the gameplay video shown by Tiny Build. So I come up with an idea and I thought about it, and my imagination got me into this template for a solo run. It's quite useful, and I think it's going to be way different than what we use. Do you see this? So this build can be used for solo, duo and trio, and we can upgrade it accordingly. So there is a big hollow space in between which can be used in a very different way. So I'll show you the build from the beginning uh, and give you the use cases about it. Okay, so let me just remove everything. Okay, so we start with this chassis. It's a great chassis, but it is hollow in the middle. So first thing first, we're gonna use an engine. I wanna use it on the right side. You can use it on the left side as well, however you want to. So I'm gonna use it in this side. This is the front. We're gonna have a captain right over here. And so here we have to build, it's like a train, okay? So the use case is if somebody gets in, turns off my engine in a solo mode, he has to find the captains, right? So I'm gonna give the entrance right over here. We're gonna use L-shaped cargo. Then we're gonna use straight line double cargo. Then there will be one more L-shaped cargo. And then we're gonna use again a straight line cargo right over here. And then we can use a double cargo which has double side in this. Yeah. So the amazing part for this build, I'll tell you one more time, and I'll get to that. So first I'm trying to make a use case out of it. So you see, our main things are done. So this is our base. Now there is a reachability issue. We're gonna use it. So devs really wanted us to use, the bridges, uh, the balconies in a very proper way, and you can get out of it an amazing build which is useful in the field as well as has more maneuverability. So we have to have something which is more than 30, right, maneuver. So you will notice in a solid chassis, something like this, it has a default maneuverability of 50. If you go in a great chassis which is hollow, it has a default of 75 maneuver. Anything which is completely filled has a 50 maneuver, except for this chassis, it has 100. Rest, anything hollow for this chassis, it is 100, it is 100. So we're gonna use that here. So now this is done. Now we need some balconies to be added. So we're gonna use, we can use a normal one because it is covered. So I'm gonna use this right over here. I'm gonna use one of these right over here, and we need access to this, so I'm gonna use one of this again right over here. So now the reachability issue is solved, and we have access to our captain, right? Now the fun part comes in. So I'm gonna use the engine, so the steering wheel. So either you can use this. This is more aesthetic, but it also takes a lot of, uh, you know, uh, once it is broken, it takes a lot of things to fix it. Yeah. But in this build, we have to use it in the case because we need a cover to our engine from the front, right? So we need to use this right over here. And for some more extra protection to the engine from the front, we're gonna use a cargo behind this, which should be so. If you guys have noticed, so we have this single cargos, right? The HP for this has two ways, two doors, right? So this one has a HP of 2500. This one also has 2500. Amazingly, a cargo which has only one phase has a HP of 3500. So we're gonna use this. So only one door in this. We're gonna add this behind. Engine got covered from the front. So 4000 HP, 4500, 3500, and then engine chimney. And in the bottom, this is 2500, and then engine. So we gotta get to cover that. I'll come to that later. So now once we have this build done for a solo, we never use this kind of cannons, right? This is the best use case for this right now. So we get this, and then in the corner we can use, like, instead of this I can use the armored ones. If you don't have the armored ones, you can use a normal one. So it will take a lot of bullets to destroy this. I'm going to use a cornered one here. Then I'm going to use one more for the right side. So basically this build is you have to take fight from the left or the front. It keeps your engine safe. I'll get to that part. So now we have this. One more I can add here. Got me covered. Yeah. We're going to use a small engine for maneuver. So right now I have 20. So we need the maneuverability for this. So we're gonna use this engine. You can use this as well. Yeah, it still helps you. Or if you have this, you're gonna use this. This is the best one to use. Yeah. Now anybody in the front is gonna think or get confused about the chimney and everything, and they might miss shots finding the reactor. So this is pretty much done, and I'm gonna use one more cannon right over here, but before that I'm gonna use this to cover my engine from right side, and to give it a platform I'm gonna use this cannon right over here. Now being solo, you're driving, if you wanna shoot somebody on the right, you're shooting from the right, front and every side with armored cannons. So it's gonna take a lot of HP to break this. 4500. Yep. Enters is also covered. Some people cannot jump and do a mental or parkour inside your trampler. So this is covered pretty much. Now, if I'm driving here, I would like to come here faster. So for that I'm gonna use this. And instead using this, I would like to use an armored balcony, which is this. So I got the armored balcony. Now I have field to go anywhere, wherever I want to. This is the build. So now I have a handy cargo with me, and I can use it however I want to. I can just simply go in and use it. If I want to remove these doors, I can remove them, keep it open pretty much. Yeah. And if I want to stop somebody from coming in, I would like to use the doors, I can do that. Now the best part about this build in solo, either is someone is going to board you from here, jumps on you, but you have a view and you know what they are doing. They will be surprised to find a hole inside. So if they try to go to your captain straight from here, in middle of the fight, they are gonna jump down in the middle. Yeah, there's a high chance they're gonna jump down. or maybe not. Maybe not. So let's consider somebody is fighting with you, he jumps down, maybe trying to board you from here. And if I go in the bottom, so if somebody enters from here, they're gonna come here. If I remove this door totally, then the person has to come from this way, break this, break this, break this, break this, break this, break this, and he's stuck. He doesn't know where the captain's is. Right? You can't find the captain's. Where is the captain? It's not there. So he have to go or she have to go all the way around here, come out, and then they can find the captains. If I keep this, if they break this, like so now it's a gamble. So either they're gonna break this and then break that to come in the middle of the ship. If I remove this altogether, now I have a big place to play with. Yeah, I can simply go. They're gonna simply go around, locked into the maze, thinking about where the captain is. They can't capture you. Onto the top, the only way to go down is this. So you go down, simply rotate around and come here. And as when you spawn in the captains, you might think that you're gonna take a lot of time, but you can do parkour from here to here, from this platform to here, and go straight into your steering wheels. This is one of the unique builds I come up with. The maneuver is 58. It's a solo build. It is fully armored. It costs a little bit more, I understand. But this build is gonna be really helpful for anybody in the sands. So if you like the video, if you like the build, give me a like or maybe subscribe. I'll come up with more innovative builds, something like this. Thank you for watching. Okay, so once everything is covered now, so now we can play with the damage. So if you have a battering ram, you can use 2 battering rams here. Now my engine is covered from this side, partially covered from this. Only one block is open, which is very usual for any build if it is in the back. So now we are focusing on the fight from the front or from the right side or from the left side. Then I can put this in the front to have more coverage, and still my maneuver is 49, which is huge. So I will be flying, my top speed is 100. I'll be flying around, killing people, rotating around however I please. If you don't have battering ram, you can simply remove this and you can add some armors in the front. This I have 60 if I add this, or if I don't want this, I can actually add, if you guys have embracer, this embracer has a HP of 3000. So let's say if you have it, then you can put it like this. I still have 53. The weight for this embracer is 1200, and I have more coverage, more HP in front without having a battering ram, just 3000 each. So this is gonna cover up every corner of my build right over here. And still have 51. Yeah, even if I cover this with that. And I have some platform to play around with. So if I need more cargoes or anything else, I can actually bring this up in the front and add few more, open cargoes here if I need to. But I think this will be it. The ideal way to use this is, if I have a battering ram, I would like to add it right over here. 1 and 2. Yeah. And for some extra protection for this, I can actually use either one of these or embrasure. This is pretty much the build. This is what it is.